A big pileup on a busy Reading street. We are live at the scene with the latest on what went wrong. Plus, PG&E cut down the fire-damaged trees, but does that mean the company can take them? The property owner says no. And the Supreme Court weighs in on the building battle over abortion and new state laws outlawing.
Covering Northern California, you're watching Action News Now. Breaking news.
Action News Now is on top of breaking news for you. We are tracking a 5-car crash blocking traffic in Reading.
That's right. Now, this is right in the news now.
Well, many people in Paradise say they don't trust PG&E to clean up after the campfire.
That's right. Our Haley Watts is live with the story of a recurring problem that has property owners pretty upset. Haley. And water levels are set to rise in the Sacramento River.
The Bureau of Land Management plans to ramp up water releases from Keswick Dam in Shasta County starting Thursday. They will gradually increase releases from 8,000 cubic feet per second to 13,000.
Breeze going with not a single cloud to be seen in the sky.
And let's get a live look now outside the live weather cameras in Butte County and Tehama County. You can see just a few clouds here right now, but let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Kuiper now with our first look at the forecast. Chris?
Yeah, all that sunshine really warmed those temperatures up. It's going to get even hotter just in time for this weekend.
Thank you, Chris. Bidwell Marina unveiled its new dock Friday, and that's where we find Action News Now reporter Amy Lansky, who spoke to the general manager about why they're so excited about the project. Amy? And Johnson said they're very happy about the new LED lighting because it's brighter, which makes it more safe at night. U.S. communities hit by disaster will have to wait longer for federal assistance. Come Friday, the state Senate and Assembly have a host of issues to vote on. Some of those proposals include a bill that would redefine police use of force requirements. Another would prevent rent spikes for tenants. There's a bill that would extend worker rights for Uber and Lyft drivers. Also a bill that would ban insurers from charging out-of-network prices for those with health insurance. And then one that would create a statewide fur ban. We will be sure to update you on those votes on Friday.
But President Trump saying they don't concern him.
The Supreme Court has weighed in on another abortion case. This time, the court is allowing part of an Indiana abortion law to stand, but another part that lower courts declared unlawful will not go into effect.
That's right. Natalie Brand is at the court with a look at the ruling and what this could mean for the wave of bills being passed in states around the country.
Measles cases continue to rise in this country. Coming up, we look at how it is complicating air travel as we approach the busy summer season.
Sun 5 in this forecast coming up here. Coming up at 5:45, we're going to track more severe weather in the Midwest, including a tornado potentially headed towards Kansas City at this hour. Wow. And we'll track that in just a bit.
That's a lot. All right. Thanks, Chris. The first deadly tornadoes are sweeping through the Midwest. Chris just mentioned them. We take a look at the damage ahead on Action News Now at 5. PG&E is investigating what caused power poles to crash down onto Walnut Street last night. Now, the scene is cleared. The street did reopen early this morning and power has been restored, but the mystery remains. The incident had left more than 2,000 customers without power last night. The 3 poles came down about 7:30. The street was reopened about 7 this morning. The measles outbreak is still growing dramatically across the U.S. with 940 cases in 26 states, and that is complicating air travel. The measles virus has impacted at least 4 U.S. airports so far this year, with reported exposures in California, New Jersey, and most recently, Texas. With travel notices in 5 countries, the CDC recommends flyers protect themselves ahead of time. When exposure occurs, disease detectives are deployed to investigate and look for traces of the virus left behind.
Who is the individual who we know is sick? Where were they? What stores did they go to? What restaurants did they go through? Right. And then be able to really get that information out so that everyone who might be at risk is aware.
Babin points to security trays, seatback tray tables, and armrests as high contact areas to be aware of. The CDC says the measles vaccine is 97% effective in 2 doses. Violent twisters left a trail of destruction across Ohio and Indiana this morning. At least 1 person was killed. Hillary Lane has a look at the destruction. Some local dogs are sniffing out cancer. Up next, Stephanie takes a look at the new program, Improving Lives. And speaking of improving lives, a Concow woman who lost her home in the Camp Fire now has a new home of her own. Her story straight ahead. Plus, how you can give your input on a major road project coming to Chico. You're watching Action News Now. Welcome back to Action News Now at 5. A unique form of cancer research is happening in our area, and Stephanie Lynn introduces us to some very special sniffers working to detect the disease early by smell.
Alan, I think we can agree that cancer stinks. 5th Street. Back to you, Alan.
Thank you, Stephanie. An act of kindness and a thanks create a bond between two schools that are miles apart. Action News Now's Christina Vitale shows us how a work of art brought two schools impacted by the Camp Fire together.
How?
Well, the bench for Ponderosa Elementary School will be brought to Paradise Intermediate School's campus until Ponderosa is rebuilt.
A firefighter is okay today.
Chico is planning to make improvements at intersections on Highway 32 and West Sacramento Avenue, and Caltrans wants to get input from you. Improvements could include the consolidation of driveways between the two intersections, roundabouts, or a raised curb median. But some businesses in the area are not on board right now.
It's going to cause problems for the commuter.
Plans will be discussed at an open house hosted by Caltrans tomorrow at Chico High School's Lincoln Center, 5:30 p.m. to 7. Caltrans is planning to overlay asphalt on approximately 3 miles of Highway 89 near Clark Creek Road to the Lake Britton Bridge. Guardrails will also be upgraded in the area. As for your commute, you can plan on seeing one-way traffic control in that area Monday through Friday during daytime hours and delays up to 15 minutes.
The U.S. state is taking on massive drug companies.
Action News Now Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
Here's Chris again. Get ready for the warm temperatures, right?
Yes, it's warm out there right now, and it's only going up here over the next few days. So coming our way later next week.
So we got that to look forward to.
Oh, you got that going for us.
Thank you, Chris. Well, some Chico State runners are wrapping up their college careers in style. That's coming up next.
Stations are nice. They would prefer a fix to the bumpy roads.
They're colorful, that's for darn sure.
They are. And we do have our fair share of potholes here. Could you imagine somebody dumping colorful yarn balls and filling them up?
It might be fun for a day or two.
Yeah, a day or two.
All right, well, some hometown heroes came to the rescue of a boy in need. We'll show you everything that went into the good deed next on Action News Now at 5. Workers at Home Depot near Atlanta helped a boy in need by building him a walker.
That's right, 2-year-old. Nice gesture there.
I want to talk about what the medical one is going to cost them.
Oh,
It
sure.
looks like that was working just fine. But let's get one last check of the forecast, Chris.
Look at toasty. Kind of hot out there today, and it's going to get a lot hotter here in the next few days. Our summer heat arrives.
And Stephanie, good to have you filling in for Lauren tonight.
Oh, happy to.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Lauren will be back tomorrow. You get all the latest news, sports, and weather at your fingertips 24/7 with the Action News Now mobile app. Download it now for free.
And of course, there's more Action News Now straight ahead, so stay right here for Action News Now at 6.